Next thing that been getting a lot of traction, you know what I'm talking about? Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Cardi B, Stefon Diggs. You know what I'm saying? They've been getting a whole lot of attention. A whole lot of attention. You know what I'm talking about? You know, it's a lot to unpack in that whole little scenario, that whole little situation. It's a lot of things that a nigga can say. It's a lot of things that, you know, I can break down and, you know, woo de woo, all that. Hey mama, thank you for watching. You know what I'm talking about? It's a whole lot of that. It's a whole lot of that. But I'm gonna just hit on a few things. I ain't here to talk about men. I ain't here to talk about women. I do that, but I ain't doing that now. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just gonna take the situation at hand, the people involved, and I'm just gonna tell you real life shit about certain things. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna, you know, I ain't taking either side. You know, of course I have a bias. You know, I have a bias, but you know, I ain't gonna let that like get in the way of what I'm trying to say. Alright, first of all, man, this the entertainment business, man. This the entertainment business. Whenever you see anything in the news that's like getting a lot of hype, a lot of attention and shit. Whenever you see anything like that, whenever you see the Diddy trial, you know, your Shannon Sharp, in the little white girl, whenever you see anything about Jay-Z or Beyonce, anything you see about pretty much anybody, you know, that's in entertainment, Hollywood, sports, you know, but mainly like entertainment. Actors and musicians and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Whenever you see shit like that hit the airwaves, you know what I'm saying, and it's taking over the conversation and topics on this platform and that platform and on the radio, and whenever you see shit like that, it only means a few things. And pretty much the main one is something coming out. You know, whenever you see somebody in the news or in the gossip, just in the headlines, it's probably because they got something coming out. And this is how they bring up the hype. This is how they hype it up, make you go watch it, make you go see it. You know, just like 50 Cent and Big Meech and Lil Meech, you know what I'm saying? They had that beef for like probably a good little while. Boom, here come the new BMF series, the new BMF season. You know, like, so whenever you see a lot of shit happen in entertainment, it's probably because it's something coming out. Now, we got Cardi B, we got Stefon Diggs, right? Alright, Stefon Diggs is an NFL player. He don't have shit coming out. You know, he's on a certain schedule. NFL. We all know NFL season start at this time, and at that time they got the off season, training camp, yada yada. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. So we already know what's up with him. He's not an actor. He's not a musician. You know what I'm talking about. But we got Cardi B. And I don't know if y'all know, but Cardi B got an album coming out called Love Language, if I ain't mistaken. But she got an album coming out. So this is it. This is her promotion. This is her boosting it. You know what I'm saying? And she doing a damn good job, you know. Like, she got a nice ass PR team. And Cardi ain't dropped no music in a long time. Like, her last album was 2019, 18, something like that. And she ain't dropped the album since. Just been giving features. You know what I'm saying? So she got that album coming out. And boom, what better way to get the attention and get people eyes on you and to get, traction and, you know what I'm saying, get that attention. So when that album drop, boom, they're going straight to go hear that Cardi. They're going straight to go hear that Cardi. And it's probably going to be some dope shit. And it's called Love Language. And guess what? She doing? She acting like she in love. So I don't want y'all to get too caught up in that shit. Don't get too caught up in that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta peep the play. This is big money. You know what I'm talking about? This big money. This is the entertainment, Hollywood, and all that shit. This is big money, big business. So they gonna do that. They gonna do that. The people's perception, the public opinion means everything to them. It means everything to them. So they gonna do that. That's how shit go. You know what I'm talking about? That's exactly how shit go. So that's the first thing I want to say about that. Cardi B is actually coming out with an album. And Offset even said it in one of the tweets. He tweeted, "Nice rollout." You know what I'm saying? That's what he tweeted. He tweeted, "Nice rollout." So he already know. You know what I'm talking about? He already know the game. He in the game too. So that's the first point I'm gonna make on that. You know what I'm talking about? That it's a publicity. It may or may not be real. You know what I'm talking about? Second thing I want to address. Now, now this the elephant in the room type shit. This the elephant in the room type shit. Now, regardless if this is like fake or like for publicity, for entertainment, for regardless, this is shit that actually happens in real life. Let's say a woman getting out of a relationship or maybe a marriage, some kind of dealings, and then, they get with somebody way worse than they had. Or a woman is leaving a relationship and everything she complained about, she went and got the same type of guy. So that type of shit goes on in real life. But I just want to talk about that a little bit now. But like, I've been seeing people say shit like, okay, Cardi left a cheating ass nigga and got with a way worse cheating ass nigga. My opinion, which is right, that's right, she did. You know what I'm saying? She definitely did. Now, I've been hearing women say, "Oh, let Cardi do her, let her do her thing. She happy, go Cardi, woody woo, woody woo." Yeah, she assuming that this is all a real situation, yeah, she happy, look like it, that's what's being portrayed, you know what I'm talking about? It really looked like she is really kind of, invested in this, you know what I'm talking about? Do I see Stefon as invested as Cardi? No, I don't. I don't see him. I ain't saying he ain't, but I don't see him, doing the same shit she doing. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here or there. Maybe he don't have to, cause she is doing it. Long as she doing it, then they both, they both included. But I'm gonna just say this right here. To the women that be like, oh, she happy, let her do her woo 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 woo. Make no mistake about it, dog. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, that type of man, that archetype of man that Stefon is portrayed to be, that is what a woman want. Majority. That type of guy. I promise you. And that's why you seeing it. You seeing it firsthand. You know what I'm talking about? This is a guy who just had a baby. In the 6 months they've been together, just had a baby. Women coming out the closet saying, "Hey, I'm not no secret. You ain't finna hide me." Showing text messages. I was just with the nigga last week, last night, yada yada. All that shit. Shit. He already got this baby mama. Done been with this person, been with that person. Allegedly been with that person. So believe it or not, man, that is what a woman want, dog. They want that type of guy. And then when you on that level with Cardi and them, man, like, and this is the guy that all the girls talking about. Yeah. This is the result. Like, don't get that shit twisted. Like, don't think shit just sweet out here. Like, like, it's not. It is not sweet out here. Now, to the woman that's embracing this, that's all for this, that's like cheering this on and making it seem like this is the thing. Okay, more power to you. I can't completely agree, but I ain't in no position to where I'm gonna say, if something making you happy, then do it. That may be making her happy at the moment, at the present time. Being with Stefon Diggs. Mimi, what's up, love? I appreciate you watching. Being with Stefon Diggs, and being one of his females, that might be what she fucking with. Like, it's just the name, just the title, just the just for the I'm gonna say the aesthetics that come with that. You know what I'm talking about? You see on the boat. You see her taking pictures with the flowers, they really kicking it from what it looked like, from the pictures, from, the videos and, all of that. Now, this is a married, well, she was married, or she in the midst of getting a divorce. I don't know, what I'm talking about. But this is a woman that got 3 kids, was married to a man, and moving on, just for the real life sake of things. I don't know. A woman that's been married and got out of that marriage by divorce or separation, whatever. I don't really know if a woman want to get married again. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I do know a lot of women that have been married, they not now, and from what I don't, got from them, is they don't want to be married again. So Cardi might not want to be married again. She might just, want to, at this present moment, just live how she want to live, do what she want to do. You know what I'm saying? With Stefon Diggs. Stefon Diggs is a big shark. You know what I'm talking about? Like this nigga done had allegedly, from what I done seen and looked up and heard, allegedly Stefon Diggs have had Young Miami, Jada Waiter, uh, fuck, it's a bunch of names. Like he hitting a bunch of big names, dog. Like now you got a Cardi. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, dude not playing. You know what I'm saying? Like he up there with Future. He damn near up there with Future. You know what I'm saying? Future probably the number one shark. You know what I'm saying? And then you probably, it's probably Stefon Diggs after that. Yeah, it's probably Stefon Diggs after that. You know what I'm saying? So, Cardi done got her, a shark, man, and she loving life right now. You know what I'm talking about? Damn near all of them want a, NFL, NBA player. From what I see, your Instagram models and all that shit. Y'all, that's what y'all be trying to, shoot for. I'm assuming. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of y'all brag about, or put in significance about, you know what I'm talking about. So, Cardi got her one of them, you know what I'm talking about, and I wouldn't judge her like that, you know what I'm talking about, cause she played the Mary role, and she took them back, a few times, so she kind of held it down. I would say, I don't know how long they officially was married, but from what she be talking about, she really be going the fuck off on Offset. You know what I'm saying? She really be expressing herself. I done heard her say she want the nigga to die slow, type shit. But that's pretty much where I stand on that. Like hold your horses. This shit is an album rollout. It probably ain't real like that. You know what I'm talking about? For real, because that's the industry. You know what I'm talking about? And then the second part was women like those type of guys. Don't get that shit twisted. They like that nigga. You know what I'm saying? They like sharks. You know what I'm saying? That type of guy. Who got women, who women talk about, who women want, all that shit. Them the niggas that a bitch want. You know what I'm talking about? And don't judge Cardi, because Cardi probably don't want, right now, let's just say the situation is real at hand, you know what I'm talking about? Like, she probably don't even want to be married again. She probably just want to have fun, probably feel like she been, she not tied down no more, she don't got to, be this responsible partner, that don't got nothing to do with motherhood. But, that ain't got nothing to do with, how she is as a mother, who her partner is, and how she, get down on like that. But, she probably don't want all that. So, even though the women is bagging her up and cheering this shit on, it's still a flip side to that. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. You know what I'm talking about? And let me say this. It's rumored that Offset asking for spousal support. Like, I know a lot of women like, damn, that's some baby mama type shit, Offset. You know what I'm talking about? That's some fuck nigga shit, Offset. But by the rules, and I'ma just say by the rules, this is law. This is law. You know what I'm talking about? Whoever had the most. And I ain't been married, but I'm assuming, this how divorce goes, or law state to state, when it come to that tax bracket, if the man got more, then he gonna have to give that up when it's a divorce. So if the woman got more, she gonna have to get it up if it's a divorce. So it's hard to be like, Chuck, what's up, my nigga? It's hard to be like, damn, Offset, you playing the game raw, ain't you? Or as a man, like, would I feel comfortable taking another, but this law, the law. Like, I mean, yeah, that's law, man. That's law. You know what I'm talking about? That's the law. I ain't gonna sit here and act like if I was in that shoes, no, I wouldn't want her money. No, I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't need it. But if that's the law, then shit, run that. You kind of can't blame Offset. Shit, that's marriage. It's usually on the other, the shoe usually on the other foot. You know what I'm talking about? As far as the man have to, give up half of his shit. But it's a few women that get married and they the one got the bag. So, you gotta get it up. You know what I'm talking about? So that's my whole take on the situation, man. On Cardi B Stefon